So let me go over the ghosts. This is the main thing that you're trying to do, is you're trying to figure out which of these 24 ghost types the ghost is. So spirits are boring. They don't really have much going on. The main way you figure out a spirit in this case is if you smudge stick it, it can't hunt again for like double the duration. So normally the duration is 90 seconds. With a spirit, it's 3 minutes. The Wraith has a couple of things. One, occasionally the Wraith will teleport to you, just randomly, out of nowhere. The Phantom, the main thing with Phantom is that while it's hunting, it's basically like invisible most of the time. So it'll be pretty obvious if it's a Phantom. Poltergeists tend to throw a bunch of items. Banshees are weird. I'm playing single player, so most of the things don't apply to me, but it will make a unique sound on the parabolic microphone. So if I bring in a microphone, I can use that to tell it's a banshee. Jinns, first of all, jinns will never turn off the power breaker to the house, because their ability is that while the breaker is on, they'll move faster while hunting up to a certain like distance. If they get close to you, they turn into like a regular ghost, but from at least a certain distance away, they'll just zoom at you. Mares are the darkness ghosts, so the mare tends to wander away from rooms with the lights on, not during hunts. The mare doesn't have anything special during a hunt, but it's also more likely to destroy light bulbs, and it literally cannot turn on a light switch. Revenants are extremely slow when hunting unless they sense their prey. So if I get in line of sight of the ghost, or if I turn on an electronic in my hand, or if I use the voice chat system, which I never use, then the Revenant can detect you, and if it detects you, it becomes twice as fast as the other ghosts. It's extremely slow unless it knows where you are, in which case it sprints toward you. Shades are shy ghosts, so they can't do anything while someone is nearby, and just in general, they act less often. Demons hunt earlier, but because this game mode has 0% sanity, then all ghosts can just hunt. So really the only way to tell if it's a demon is if I smudge stick it, instead of a 90-second safe period, it's only 60 seconds. So if it hunts extremely early after I smudge it, then it's a demon. Yureis also have very little going for them. The only thing Yurei has is its ability, which is very rare and hard to notice. So sometimes ghosts will touch doors, and the Yurei has a small chance when it touches a door to touch it twice in quick succession, and that will cause a completely open door to shut all the way. So that's how you tell it's a Yurei. That's the only thing that you have to work with. Onis are very vocal ghosts, so they will do more ghost events. They can only do ghost events where the ghost is like physically there. If I get certain types of ghost events, I can immediately rule out an Oni because they can't do those. Also, while it's hunting, it'll be very visible. So you saw the ghost like flickered in and out of visibility. The Phantom tends to be more invisible, and the Oni tends to be more visible. Yokais are stupid. Their line of sight is normal, but everything else in terms of detection is reduced. So they can hear your voice, and they can detect your electronics from only a smaller distance away. Hantus move faster when it's colder. In general, wherever the ghost is, the room is colder. So basically what happens is that Hantus start their hunts really fast, and then once they leave that room, they get really slow. Also, the Hantu is more likely to switch off the power, which causes the whole house to get colder. Ghosts pick their favorite room at the beginning of the investigation, and occasionally they will switch their favorite room. And the favorite room does a lot of things. The only thing it really does for this game mode is the ghost will tend to wander into that room more, which will cause that room to be colder and stuff like that. Mares will roam away from their room and pick a different room more often if the lights are on, because it just tends to roam more. The Goryo will never, ever, ever do a long distance roam, which means that it can never change its ghost room ever. There's a lot of other stuff with Goryo It's kind of broken right now, honestly. But we won't be able to see it in this game mode because we don't have any evidence on. So realistically, the only way to know it's a Goryo is if it never changes Ghost Room. A Mewling. These are the quiet steppers, so their footsteps during hunts will be more quiet. Also, if I bring in the parabolic microphone, it'll tend to whisper to me more. The Onryo is a candle ghost. I have to do a very specific test for the Onryo. I need to do stuff with candles. Twins is only one ghost, but it tries to emulate two different ghosts. So like, whenever the ghost does something, it has two different ranges where it can interact. So by default, ghosts can interact with things within 3 meters of them. But the twins has like a 50-50 chance to do a normal interaction or to do an interaction with like triple the distance or whatever. It has a chance to interact with things at the same time, like two different things at the same time. And when it hunts, it will either do a normal hunt from its normal location, or it'll start a hunt from its last long distance interaction. The normal ghost is slow and the decoy ghost is the faster one. Raiju feeds off your electronics. During a hunt, it will be faster if there's an active electronic near it. It'll be normal speed if it's not. Obake is the shapeshifter. During a hunt, randomly, like when it flickers in and out of visibility, it'll change appearance. There's a bug right now where its footsteps sound kind of funny. Moroi is the sanity drainer. So if you hear it on the spirit box or the parabolic microphone at all, you are cursed. And while you're cursed, you lose sanity very rapidly while in the house. It speeds up based on how much sanity you have. So because we have 0 sanity, it is at its maximum speed, so it's going to be very fast, very scary. The Deogen is also very fast, but it becomes very slow when near you. So that's kind of like a fake out. And the Deogen always knows where you are during hunts, so you literally can't hide from it. Phase start very fast, like very, very fast, but then become slow over time, like as the investigation goes on. The way it works is it like ages. Now we have Mimic. The Mimic mimics one of the 23 other ghosts and copies literally every aspect of that ghost. The thing about mimics, one, you will always have ghost orbs. Even on modes with no evidence like this one, there will be ghost orbs. Also, it'll change the ghost that it's mimicking every couple minutes. Yeah, those are all the ghosts. There's a lot more details. This game is pretty intricate.